Can a normal family still afford Sacramento in 2026? This question is most likely not theoretical for Sacramento residents. You're not arguing over spreadsheets for amusements. Every month, really, you experience the stretch when your rent increases, when your budget is reset, when childcare expenses go up. So I want to respond to this question today as a Sacramento question rather than a national headline. Not is America affordable, not is California broken, but more specifically, in 2026, what does affordability mean for an average family in the Sacramento area? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Let's jump in. First, what do we mean by normal here? In Sacramento, normal usually means something like this: 2 working adults, 1 or 2 kids, or planning for them, public sector, healthcare, education, tech, adjacent type of professional work, a household income somewhere around the regional middle, not the extremes. In Sacramento specifically, median household income sits just under $95,000 a year. That's higher than the national median, but not like Bay Area rich by any stretch. So when Sacramento families say we should be able to afford a home here, that expectation isn't unreasonable. This is not a resort town. This is not Silicon Valley. Sacramento has historically been a middle-class ownership city. And that's why this moment feels so disorienting. Here's the reality for Sacramento housing costs in 2026. Right now, Sacramento's median home price sits in the high 460 to low 470,000s, depending on like the data source and the month. That number matters less than what it actually means. At current interest rates, that price translates into a monthly payment that often pushes past what a median income household can comfortably carry, especially once you layer in property tax, insurance, utilities, childcare, student loans, and just life in general. So the affordability tension in Sacramento isn't about sticker shock alone, it's a payment shock. This is why so many Sacramento families feel like they're doing everything right and still feeling short. Sacramento is no longer one market either. It's several markets. Here's where Sacramento conversation gets more nuanced and more helpful as well. Sacramento is not a single housing market anymore. It's a cluster of micro markets, each with its own affordability profile. Central Sacramento neighborhoods, you're thinking about East Sac, Land Park, Curtis Park, they are no longer priced for median income families buying the first home. Those areas have become supply constrained, lifestyle driven, and they are very competitive. Now, that doesn't mean Sacramento is unaffordable. It means those specific pockets are unaffordable. When you zoom out just a little bit, not out of the region, but just across the metropolis, the math starts to change. With Woodland, West Sacramento, parts of Natomas, some parts of Elk Grove, and even certain edges of Rancho Cordova, these places still function as Sacramento. Same job market, same airport, same regional economy, but with different price to income dynamics. For many families, that's where affordability now lives. Here's something to consider: the commute time. This is a piece of Sacramento's advantage. One reason Sacramento remains livable, even as prices rise, is the commute structure. The average commute times in Sacramento hovers right around 27 minutes, which is remarkably close to the national average, and dramatically better than coastal metros. This matters because affordability is not just what you pay for the house, it's also how much your life the house is costing you. In Sacramento, you can still trade location with the region without turning your day into 2 hours round trip. That flexibility is a big reason families can make strategic moves, slightly further out, slightly newer, slightly smaller, without breaking the daily routines. there's a trade-off between school and affordability as well. Now let's talk about the factors that drives pricing more than almost anything else. School districts. I can't tell you which school districts are good or bad. That's not how it works. What I can say is that in Sacramento, school's reputation has become one of the strongest price separators between neighborhoods. Districts like Davis Joint Unified School District, Folsom, Cordova, parts of Elk Grove consistently command higher prices. Not because the homes are better, but because families are willing to pay the premium and they're pricing in the long-term stability, perceived outcomes, and the predictability. Sacramento City Unified covers a massive and diverse area, which means pricing and school perceptions vary dramatically block by block. So affordability often comes down to the question, do you pay more for location and school upfront? Or do you buy a home at a lower price point and plan to be more involved, more flexible, or more intentional about educational choices like going to a private school? That trade-off is not new, but in 2026, it is unavoidable. Here's what affording Sacramento looks like now. For normal Sacramento family in 2026, affordability usually looks like one of the three paths: a smaller or attached home in a closer location, a larger or newer home further out with a manageable commute, or a phased approach. Buying something that works now, not forever. What it almost never looks like anymore is buying the ideal house, the ideal neighborhood at the median income level without compromises. That version of Sacramento existed once upon a time, but it no longer does. And that's not Sacramento failure. It's a sign that the region has matured, grown, and absorbed long-term demand. So that's the trade-off that we're making as a city. Can a normal family still afford Sacramento in 2026? Yes, but only if we are honest about what Sacramento exactly means. Sacramento is still one of the more balanced metropolis in California when you look at income, commute times, quality of life, but affordability has shifted from being automatic to being strategic. Families who succeed here can rely on luck. They're clear about the trade-off decisions that they're making, and they understand the micro markets block by block. If you want help thinking through what affordability looks like for your household, income, commute, tolerance, school considerations, long-term plans, that's exactly the work I do with Sacramento families every day. As always, my name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, or Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.